Okay, so guys, welcome to the 20 into 30 first episode of our podcast. I'm Luke Bradley, and joining us is the other part of 20 into 30 is Evelina Carlson. Is that how you say
it? Yeah, Evelina Carlson.
Evelina Carlson. I firstly want to start by apologising for Evelina because she's late to today's recording and she won't apologise herself. So I'm apologising for her.
Excuse me.
You're welcome, Evelina. So everyone, we apologise that we are starting this podcast late because of Evelina being late. Not me, Evelina being late. So I just want to get that clear.
Literally, everyone who's listening right now, get ready for a lot of lies from the other half of this podcast.
That is hurtful.
A lot of lies.
That's hurtful. Hurtful. One, it's hurtful because it's true. And two, it's hurtful because it came out so early.
Okay.
But anyway, so we've got to let people know what our podcast is about, Evelina.
Yes. I don't know, I think we've been thinking about this idea of having a podcast for quite a while now. And obviously we want it to be very informative, but also just having some good chit chat, if that makes sense. So our podcast is going to be basically our life going from 20 into 30, which kind of gives it away in the name, doesn't it?
100%, because we met in our 20s, didn't we? How old were we when we met?
Exactly.
We were like,
should we look this up before? I have no idea.
Well, I always get this wrong, but we're the same age, aren't we?
Yeah, we're the same age.
Okay,
so we're both turning 30 this year. That's where the name comes from.
That's it. So I'm 30 already.
Yeah, no, and I'm in December.
I don't want to say age, and with age comes the wiseness. So like I'm the wiser of the two of us. I don't want to say that. I'm not saying that's the case, but if people assume that, they would be right to think that, wouldn't they? I'm just
as I told you guys, there's going to be a lot of lies in this podcast, and it's not going to come from me.
Okay, there might be a few. So we met in Australia when we were 24.
Yeah.
We're now 29 and 30.
Yeah.
And our lives are very different to when we first met.
Oh, 100%. Guys, imagine two backpackers, one from the UK and one from Sweden, meeting in Australia, living that backpacker lifestyle and now look at us.
You forgot the fact
it's very different.
One from Sweden, one from the UK. You forgot the good-looking guy from the UK.
Sorry, mate.
I'm going to oversight that. But what she meant to say was a girl from Sweden and a good-looking guy from the UK. Carry on.
Basically, literally, I have no comments. I'm speechless. But yeah, so our podcast is going to be about just life lessons and where we are now, our experience, what we're taking into from the 20s to the 30s. And we're not saying that we are the wisest, most cleverest people on this planet, but we're just telling you guys what we've been bringing from one decade to another, basically, and so what we're learning in our future and everything.
Let's start. We met in Brisbane, Australia, in a hostel.
Yep.
And the life that we were living then was pretty much party with cheap alcohol.
Very cheap alcohol.
And not focused too much on our health.
Oh no, we're speaking pasta and ketchup here.
I used to live on pasta and ketchup. Yeah. I still live on ketchup, not so much pasta. I cut the pasta. I don't, I cut the pasta, and it's reduced sugar ketchup. It's it's okay.
That makes it better.
We met there, and then how many years later was it when we again met in the UK? How long ago?
Yeah, so what happened after Australia? Luke moved back to the UK, and I moved to London 2 years after that, I believe. Did you say I moved after you? And you are back.
Sorry. Guys, My friend who was out with us last night just called me. Now I put my phone on do not disturb, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no one can disturb me. We're like 5 minutes in, someone's called me and it's cut off the call. I apologize, that's my bad. I apologize. We go back. So yes.
I told you. Now they're gonna realize who was late from the beginning.
I'm gonna hands up. I'm gonna be honest. I was late. Now, in my defense, right? I was hungover, and I had a guest, and he needed to wake up a bit, and I was a nice host, and we were just chilling, watching a movie. Not even watching a movie. We were watching South Park, and that's why I am late. So I apologize. I'm late. I may have lied, saying Evelina was late. It was me. Right. So before Martin jumped in and cut our call off, we were saying that we met in Australia. You went to New Zealand. I went back to London, and then did you go straight from New Zealand to London?
I did. Yeah.
And then how much? Because that was a while. It was a few years before we met up again, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like, could have been 2 years.
Yeah, I think it was. So. It was about 2 years. I remember.
Exactly.
So in that time where you had gone to New Zealand, I had come back to the UK. I had decided that I no longer wanted to work for anyone else.
Yeah.
So, which I loved Australia. I loved everything I did over there. But one of the things that stuck out to me was when I was going for interviews all the time over there, I was very lucky. I usually got offered the job, but I just didn't like the fact that I was in a room with literally, when you're traveling, 20, 30 other people all going for these jobs. And I just thought, I don't like this. I'm going to make a job. So traveling made me realize I don't want to work for someone else anymore. I want to work for myself.
Exactly. And that kind of was your drive to move back, wasn't it?
Yes, because I was starting the business planning before I came home, didn't I? I had my little book and and then you came over to the UK. I was doing that. Let's speak about, because obviously we're going to speak a lot about travel in the future to let people know how to do it, where to go, everything like that.
Yeah.
But to London, your process from there.
Yeah. As you said, traveling is going to be one of the big things that this podcast is going to be about. It's also going to be about business, self-development, and stuff like that. And fitness, of course, and health, because that's basically the things that we have in common. But when back to the story, when I got to the UK. I just got straight into hospitality industry because that's what I've been doing for many years, working in different bars, restaurants, resorts. And I just got really tired of it. Like, if anyone here has been in the hospitality industry, you know what I'm talking about. It is very exhausting with the long shifts, the late nights, standing up, running around. So I just wanted to do what I was really passionate about, and that was basically fitness and health. So I started studying to become a PT, and that was like the start of my new journey and the road I'm on at the moment.
Because you were doing PT over here, wasn't it? Oh, I remember.
Yeah, PT and fitness instructor.
That was it. And then you went from. Did you work? I can't remember fully. Did you work in a gym at one point?
I did. I work in a fitness studio.
Yeah, I remember. I couldn't fully remember because you weren't there for long, though, were you? You decided that wasn't for you.
I did it for 1 year. But then I realized that as much as I love fitness, that was not really my core passion. So I find this school online. A friend recommended to me, actually, and that's just hit all the spots. So today I'm a holistic health coach, and that's my true passion, my core drive, if you can say so. And
online, don't you?
Yeah, I do it online. I also have a few clients around where I'm based. Or maybe we should tell them that as well.
I was
Luke
gonna
is
say-
still based in London.
I'm in London, and you are now in Malaga.
Exactly, south of Spain.
I saw your Insta profile the other day, running into the water.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
I was happy.
And something I do not miss with the UK is the weather. Here we have summer, like real summer.
That's hurtful. We've had actually anyone listening from London will know that actually the summer has been really good for us this year, and we have had a lot of sunshine. We've had a bit of rain the last few weeks, but here and there, like not a lot. When I say few weeks, just generally last week. I was exaggerating. But yeah, so you're in Spain, I'm in London. We're both now for ourselves. You are building your holistic health coach. I'm still building my business and working on a couple of other projects at the moment. We're then starting this project together, our 2030 podcast, which
exactly, it's going to be interesting.
It is. And basically what we want to do, guys, is talk to you about everything that we've done, everything where we thought we'd be, all the things we did good and all the things we did bad. I've done a lot of not like nasty things, but I mean just in business where I made bad mistakes, spent money that I didn't need to spend on certain things. And we just want to help be like, push yourselves not only in health and fitness, but also in business, friendships, in everything. You can't just
life in general.
Yeah, in general. And we just want to talk to you about our process. I think we need to at some point talk about dating, because obviously we are both not pros, but that's okay.
It's just to bring some laughter to you guys. The stories that we can tell sometimes, it's just, it's next level.
Looking forward to the stories, but okay. Yeah, so that's where we are. So you have your health coach company and we have a podcast. Is there anything that I'm missing out that you've got going on your side at the moment?
No, I don't think so. I think you kind of sums it up really good. And if anyone is listening now and thinking, this is very confusing, what are these two speaking about? We're going to go more into depth in another episode about our actually journey from where we come from, Australia, to today, how we met. We have some good stories there. We're also going to get more into like who we are and also the business that we're on. This is like just a messy sum up. Like welcome to our coffee chat conversation. It's just going to be a little bit messy, but that's us in a nutshell.
Our conversations recorded and given to you guys with hopefully something you can take from it. Whether or not it's useful, it might just be something to think, I thought I had it bad, but then I listened to these two. Do you know?
Yep.
So if it makes you feel good, great. But at the end of the day, we will jump all over the place. When me and Evelina talk, we can talk for an hour at a time and we'll cover like 100 topics. Like we can be everywhere. But at the same time, we want to try and funnel it so it's a bit more. You can't see, but I'm waving my hands around into a straight line.
Okay, so that's the sound effect that we just heard.
If I do that, you know I'm like fastening in. That's a sound effect too.
Okay. That's good. Should we write the sound effects down so people can like study them and just follow along much better?
I feel like they're going to be able to like hold on or not hold on. Like be on the ride or off the ride.
Or maybe they're just going to ignore those and be like, he's quite weird, but it's fine. We're going to listen to the other girl instead.
But okay. Yeah, could be. So let's, we've sort of said a bit about us. Okay. We've sort of said.
You haven't said what's your business.
I know. I feel we're talking about myself. So I'm going to work on this. Okay. So at the moment, I'm not going to say what my business is at the moment, but I have my own business, which I'm just going to say it's a services company. It sounds a bit weird. Services. I'm not a stripper. Okay, there's nothing inappropriate, but it's the services company that also now has products I'm also currently putting together a how to start, run, and build this type of business in a guide. I'm into my fitness, and I've got this podcast going on with you as well. And I also do PT. Okay, so that's sort of me and where I am. But at the moment, I'm not going to say what my business is, just that it's a services business.
Can't you just say what industry it is?
It's in, well, it kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Gives it away. Okay. A later episode, I'll go into more detail about it. Okay. However,
can't we just say it involves family members?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
You're
making yourself sound so mysterious right now. Guys, he's not that mysterious, I promise you. He's just putting up this facade to sound cool.
It's
not working.
I'm definitely not mysterious. But the thing that me and Evelina could do is talk. But we will all come at things very differently in the process that we do things.
Basically, we have the same interest and the same passion and same drive in life, but we're taking it from two different perspectives. Everything we do is on two different perspectives. So you might, if you haven't figured this out already, there are a big chance for us to fall out. There's a big chance for me telling Luke off, and there's a big chance that Luke's going to tell me to get my S together.
Nah, we got to try not to swear on the podcast, because otherwise it gets out of control. Evelina is a bit of a sweary Mary, and we don't want to encourage it. Okay, don't want to encourage that behavior. So we're not. Keep the profanities low, very low.
Can I do it in Swedish or no?
No, because people, if they're listening in Sweden, would know you're swearing.
Okay.
So let's give them an example of somewhere that me and you would come at things very differently.
I think fitness. Fitness is the best.
Okay, let's see why. What can we think of the top of my head that we would go at things very differently in fitness? I can think of one thing. I'm trying to think if you go. I'm sending it telepathically to you, and I want to see if you come up with the same topic in fitness that I'm thinking about.
I'm thinking. Do you mean fitness or the diet with fitness? Because I'm thinking about the diet with fitness.
Yeah.
Luke is a proper protein gym junkie, and I'm more holistic based.
You are very methodical about it. You're very methodical. Whereas I am a try and test it on my body, and I will see if it works. And that's my body I've been doing my fitness since I was 13. I do my own diets, do my own training, but you're very scientific about it, whereas I'm not. And we'll clash a lot on that, won't we?
Yeah. I'm more intuitive. What's the study saying? What's the newest report saying? Within the holistic or the functional medicine world, while Luke is like, yep, I'm going to try this for a few weeks. Do I see a result? No, yes. And he goes from there.
Yeah. So there has been a time that I say to you, get your S together and get me the result. Because I want those results.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
I feel like
you're very masculine energy, and I'm very feminine, so
say anything. I do have a great jawline.
There are moments when I have to tell Luke to chill down, and he have to tell me to step it up.
Moments. It's normally in the morning when I'm 1 cup of tea in, and I'm jogging on the spot. And I'm messing. I sang you a great song the other day, didn't I?
I was actually impressed. I was really impressed, guys. You should hear Luke's morning songs. And the thing is, you can't take sugar or caffeine in any way. Literally, you will see a kid on Christmas that's going too hard on the chocolate. There's Luke after a cup of tea. It's just intense.
When I was a kid, my mum wouldn't let me have ketchup. I live alone now, and that ketchup is... That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is there's no restrictions on my ketchup intake anymore. But it's
low sugar.
However, I'm very receptive to food like caffeine and sugars and anything like that. But again, you're receptive to food, and then you're more focused on your gut health. Whereas,
Yeah, exactly.
think about that. I am more. Do I have a six pack?
Yeah, I'm more internal. You external.
Yes. So I'm like, can I lift that weight? Can I get in shape? Can I cut down? Can I? They're my things. Whereas you're like, right, can I make my gut health well? Can I keep my insides at their optimum? I'm sure there's a much better way of saying that, but we differ, isn't it? Especially on the dieting.
Exactly.
We're both focused on our health, but we come at it two different ways completely.
Exactly. And I kind of, oh God, I wish I never, should I say this? I'm going to say this. You kind of needs a little bit of my approach, and I definitely need a little bit of your approach.
Let's not tell. We can't agree already. It's not. This doesn't look good. We should edit that out. I'm joking.
Because the thing is, I tell Luke all the time, you should do more yoga, you should be stretching, and Luke is like, I pay people to stretch me.
Old. Yes, I do that. However, I am. This is where I've changed between being 20 and being 30. All this wisdom that I've got on you, with you being 29, no offense, but I've got that age now. But I now am thinking about doing yoga.
I'm speechless.
You see the silence there, guys. That is how shocked. Yeah, because I haven't told you that, have I? That's the first time I've said that to you.
I would literally keep being quiet if it weren't. There would be awkward silence to listen us being quiet. So I'm just going to speak randomly because I'm speechless. I never thought this day would come.
Okay, so
you're joking.
No, I'm being serious. So I'm thinking about yoga, right? Okay. I am thinking about yoga.
Why?
I do my jogging on the spot in the evening, every day. That's okay, because I don't have any home equipment. So I do in the mornings, but when I get up, have my breakfast. I do 12 minutes jogging on the spots. I do a set of press ups, which is usually around 50 press ups in a row. And then I do my abs, which I do about 30 leg raises. And then I do chin ups, right? But then I've also added in, which you will be very impressed with, I now do some stuff.
Finally, that took how many years? How many years?
It's taken, we've known each other for 6 years, so it's taken 6 years. No, we can't have known each other for 6 years because I've had my business for 6 years, over 6 years.
Do you think it's longer?
We've known each other.
When did you come to Australia?
I went to Australia in 2013. I was 22 and I turned 23 when I was out there.
And I went 2012. So we must be met 2013 then. Because you were in your first year visa, weren't you?
Yeah, I did the year. So it's got to be
7 years.
Oh, God. You're lucky, really, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
That's helpful. So we're going to talk, like I said, we're going to speak a lot about traveling. That is a big part of us. And Evelyn has done a lot more traveling than me. And it does very much because I love my travel, but it is hard when you've got your own business. It's not all, just, sometimes people think it's lots of money and less work, but it's not always that case. And we're going to get into that a lot more. But
and your business is based where you are, so you can't just leave it. While my business is mostly online, I can easily do it from wherever I want to.
Yes, so we're going to speak about the benefits of the two types of businesses later.
Yes, 100%.
Well, what's the benefits of each? However, I now have obviously the guide side of things that I'm working on currently, and that's looking to come out mid next year. Which I'm really excited about. Actually, I'm really
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
But we're going to speak about that anyway, guys. But fitness, like I say, we're going to speak a lot about fitness. And as just that small little segment there, we differ hugely, even though Evelina is falling off her chair hearing that I might do yoga.
Yeah, That's just, I don't know. Still speechless. Can you please send a video of this? I want to see your first yoga session live.
However, okay, I want both of us now to give people who want to get into fitness, just to start, okay, 3 tips, 3 things that you would say to them to help them get started in fitness. And I will then give my 3. They're probably going to be different from you, but who's going first, me or you?
I feel like if I'm going to say mine first, you're probably going to steal them. So I'll let you go first.
Right, that's okay. So for me, my 3 are activity. Really, most people, especially nowadays who are working at desks and that, find it hard to get their activity up. So for me, like major thing that I always, when I'm working with people, I say, we need to get your activity up. So I work on a basis of starting everyone off at a minimum of 10,000 steps a day. Okay. And then we increase that over a period of time up to 15,000 a day. So that would be my first.
So your net.
Yeah. So working it out basically that you've got up your activity, guys. Okay. If you're doing very low activity and you're eating foods that are keeping you happy whilst you're bored at your desk, we're not going to be able to get you fit or get you feeling better. So a little bit of activity, I'd say, is going to go a long way. I know with me, it massively changes my mood when I have activity in my day. So every day I have my activity there because it generally makes me feel
daily movement, the natural daily movement.
100%.
And what would that look like? What would that look like then? Walking to the shop, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, go for a walk.
100%. I don't think it needs to be complicated. I think too many people think it's going to be really complicated, and I get that. I get why they think that, because online nowadays you're bombarded with all these different things that make it seem complicated, and they're just not. They don't have to be. They can be super simple, and just by increasing that little bit of activity, it will go a long way. Okay, so that'd be my first. My second one would be where you're increasing your activity, i.e. movement. Also, just try and throw in some push-ups or some sit-ups. So just a little bit of body weight exercises each day as well. Doesn't have to be a lot.
Each day?
Well, when I say each day, I'm talking about myself, because I like doing it each day. But if someone who's just getting in, I'd recommend 3 or 4 times a week just to do some light body weight stuff. Again, just to start getting you into sampling fitness.
Yeah, you can do it from your home. You can easily do it from your home. It's something that quarantine had taught us. You can do so much from home.
I was really shocked, actually. Really shocked about. So this is the longest period of time that I haven't been to the gym. I started training when I was 13 to different levels. Like I used to want to be really ripped, and then I wanted to bulk up, and then I wanted to lean down, and then everyone does that yo-yo. I think when you first start in fitness, kind of deciding where you want to be, and then you funnel it down into where you actually really want to be. But yeah, 100%. I was really shocked about what you could achieve at home. If you can increase a bit of body weight activity as well, I think that's a great thing. And then second, my third and final thing would be, guys, we need to keep an idea of what we're eating, okay? Because no matter how much movement or exercise you do, you'll never out-train a bad diet. So I do say to people, and I do have treats every week. Now, I do have treats every week, but I have them once a week, okay? I will have them on the weekend. Now, if I have a treat in the week, I just take something out of my diet and put it in. But we don't need to go crazy. If you're just starting off in fitness, eat nice and healthy and clean. Work on a basis of, say, 3 meals a day, maybe 2 healthy snacks. And then on the weekend, you can have yourself a takeaway or something like that. So that would be my 3.
This is so interesting. Like, I think doing like 3 tips, it's the best way for people to get a good idea of how different we are and our approaches.
I feel like
I'm not going to steal those 3 at all. I support them, but from a holistic health coach point of view, they're very different, which is good.
Let's see yours. Come on, hit us up with your 3.
Okay. First of all, I'm a little bit taken on the spot because, guys, nothing in this podcast is made up from the beginning. There is no guidelines or rules. We're going to have a topic or a headline, but what's happening in the podcast, no one will know. It's going to go all over the place. But my first one will be understand or figure out why you want to get started. And I'm not talking about I want to get a six-pack summertime or my next holiday or my next vacation. How do you want to feel and how do you want to look in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time? And by getting into that, you also will have that to fuel you on the days you do not want to train, the days you do not want to eat healthy, the days when you can't be bothered to do any of the above. If you know your why, you'll be so much more likely to stick to it. That's my first advice.
That's good.
Very
I like
different.
it. I do agree with it.
Because you're very visionary as well, very forward thinking.
Like we're agreeing too much. Don't worry, guys. There will be clashes. Right now, but
We're just playing it nice.
Playing nice for the first episode. Episode 2 is going to go real downhill. Third episode, we might be talking and the team will break up.
Yeah, we're going to probably block each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, my second advice would be find something that you love to do. Because there's so much information out on the internet saying, train this way to get a six-pack. Or your best friend at work, Susie, says, oh, I tried this new thing. It is amazing. But then when you try it yourself, you can't stand it. Like every second is pain. Then you're probably doing the wrong thing. So do something you love. Anything it is. It could be, if you love yoga, do yoga. If you love weightlifting, do weightlifting. If you like dancing, go and dance. Anything you like, start with that, just to get into the habit and the mindset of moving your body. And then you can add other things in. Like, there's so many benefits to running, to dancing, to weightlifting. But if you start with what you love, then you can add those extra things in. And just create a really solid foundation to start with.
I always think that's a great point because you can't start off in the thick of it. You have to build on it. The wall.
Exactly.
You don't just get put up. You have to put the brick on. You have to get everything ready.
Exactly.
You build it bit by bit, and your fitness and your body and your goals will achieve as you go along. But the problem is, I think sometimes is people try to go in so deep, so fast.
Yeah.
And that was me being immature there. Sorry, I laughed about that. Anyway, they try and go in too fast and too quick, and it's like overwhelming, and you can't burn out.
No, and if you, for example, if you think that I want to lose weight for my next holiday in X amount of weeks, and to do so, I need to eat this way, and I need to do spinning every day. If you hate the food that you eat and you hate spinning, you're going to fall off. And next holiday, you're at the same position trying to build this up. So you start with something you love and start easy. Be cool about it.
I agree. It's good advice. It's good advice. You got one more, girl?
Okay, my third one would be, because the thing is, I hate this. I agree on the one, your daily activity, but I'm not going to say that because then I'm copying you. No, you can. We can agree. Agreeing on what? We agree. I know. I want them to have 6 takeaways. So I'm going to say something else. I think because
a week, not 6.
Pardon?
You just said you want them to have 6 takeaways. We agreed to having 1 takeaway, Evelina. Cole.
Okay, I take it back. But I would say my third point, because of course nutrition is very important when it comes to fitness as well. And I think my third advice is don't jump on any crazy diets. Just focus on eating more wholesome food. That's my first advice. Don't cut out food groups. Don't do the crazy new celebrity diet. You start with adding more wholesome food that doesn't come with a label or instructions, or you don't even know what's in the packet. Just wholesome food. That's my favorite advice.
I think we can't look at it as a diet. I hate the term diet, and
it's a lifestyle.
I'm terrible for saying diet. I'm guilty of it. You can't look at it. People say to me, "How do you manage to keep so consistent with it?" One, it's because it makes me feel better, my fitness, and two, I don't look at it as a diet. There's no end point. It's just the life I live. I keep eating nice and clean in the week, and I have a little treat on the weekend, and it's the balance. If I do too much bad food, I don't feel good. It's not about and generally like, oh look, I put on a bit of weight. Not so much that for me anymore. It's I don't feel good. I do not feel good eating bad food all the time. It's nice.
And if we speak about intuitive eating, if you think about people saying, oh, you can eat anything you like that makes you feel good, people think, okay, what makes me feel good? And they think about the taste that they like. But everyone likes a little bit of chocolate, okay? But if you eat it, do you really feel good? No, you feel good for the taste. But as soon as that thing hits your stomach, you're going to feel a little bit bloated, a little bit heavy, a little bit just yuck. So eat food that makes you feel good, make your body feel good, that rises your energy and make you like thrive, not the one that you have to lay down on the couch, put your feet up and unbutton your pants. Not that kind of food.
Well, you're a lot better, because for a long time we would disagree on how we'd run our.
Oh, 100%.
And I still do run my diet the same as I track my food when I'm really cutting down, when I'm really looking to get at certain points of the year. I really do have to, and you really do have to go to that extent, I feel, to get to that point. But I'm much better now at being not so tracking everything, because I'm terrified for tracking it. Not get obsessed, but just I like to know that I'm hitting my numbers, I'm getting it done.
Exactly. And for anyone who's listening thinking, oh, should I be tracking my food as well? Luke is not, but you're not doing it because you're so obsessed with it. For you, it's more like you find it interesting.
Yeah,
you're a little bit geeky with numbers.
I do get, that's about the only scientific thing I get is my macros. I like to know my macros and I like to play with them. And like I say, but when I'm working with people, unless they're looking to get really lean, then again, I don't control diets. I just say, eat healthy, eat clean, work on 3 meals a day, basic, and 2 healthy treats a day. Not treats, snacks.
Yeah, you can't say treats.
Yeah. But that's where, you're much better at that than me. You're much better at being. You cook, like, you'll cook with spices, sauces. Like, guys, you need to go and check out Evelina's page. Healthy Evelina, isn't it?
Health by Evelina. You should know this. Look, you have no idea.
I got your page and it comes up, but I don't read the title. That page is really good. Really good. It's got awesome diet stuff on there, not diet, food stuff, and it's got great pictures and everything. It's a really pretty page. Go check it out, guys. My page is not like that at all. It's not pretty. It's not Instagram looky. It's just not.
I think the difference is like my page is like, oh, I want to take care of myself and I want to eat good. And you go to your page and you're like, I want a 6-pack too. So I think we're good balance there, aren't we?
But you, as I was saying, are better at the diet stuff than me. Like just being like, I'm going to make this and healthy. And I recommend that to people rather than if you're training, just cook well, eat well, be happy, be healthy in yourself, make it maintainable, make it something that you can keep going long term.
I think as well, when it comes to our taste buds, I love cooking. I love spending time in the kitchen. While Luke, you can just put some sugar-free ketchup on it and you're grand.
I know. I am getting better. We've all got lots of weaknesses. That is one of mine. But I am getting better at like making. So not so much in the week because with the business and so like in the morning I'll get up early and I'll do working on the guide and my cardio and have my breakfast and I'll go to work. And then normally when are open, I go to the gym. I'll then come home and I sort myself out for the next day. And I do like to get a nice early night. That sleep is a big thing for me. So
yeah, we should an episode just about sleep.
We will. But I just don't want to be cooking all night. And I live on my own. And it's not like I'm going to make a load of food for many people who are here. They're not. So I just, ketchup's grand for me.
Yeah. And I think that's why, because as we said in the beginning of the podcast, I started off in the fitness industry, and then I develop myself into the holistic health coach world. And I've been where Luke been, where gym junkie, protein, chasing those calories, and it didn't work for me because I love food. I love flavor. I need it to be interesting and taste good, and I can spend hours in the kitchen, and that's why the holistic approach is more my jam, and gym junkie protein is more your jam, ketchup eating.
Full disclaimer though, guys, when we were in Australia, even as a traveller, Evelina managed to make me fat.
I was the only one giving you food that was more than ketchup and pasta.
I remember that dish made. It was like chicken and what was that dish you made? Oh my god, it was
so good. This chicken and mango chutney sauce.
That was so good.
With peppers and it's delicious.
Oh man, that was good. Yeah, so what we're saying is, I think, to try and summarize, is there is no set way that works for everybody.
No, 100%. And we're going to be the biggest proof of that when it comes to business, fitness, dating, whatever it could be, traveling. We're two sides.
Dating, I'm a pro. What are you on about?
I'm saying we're different. I didn't say it was good or bad. And we're both bad for side.
Terrible. We are terrible. But that's fine. There's not a one size fits all.
No. And that's the key when it comes to fitness. Absolutely fitness, diet. You can't do what your best friend is doing because it might not work for you. You can't do what a celebrity says is working for them because it might not work for you. You need to learn more about your own body and your preferences and your life. And that's how you nail it. That's how you create a sustainable, healthy lifestyle that works for you. Because both me and Luke, we are consistent, 100%. And we love it. We love fitness, even to this day. Because you said you started when you were 13. I started when I was 22 or 23. And we've been consistent since then.
Yeah, I started 13. Mad, didn't it, really? That was 13 years ago.
It's crazy. I'm not say consistent. I don't mean that none of us are obsessed. It's just we love it. We absolutely love it.
It's all about the average as well. Like, you can have both.
Exactly.
You can't think that it's all or nothing. Like I say, you won't keep that. You're working on average. Look, we all have it where we have days where we feel we've overindulged. That's fine. Do you know what happens? The next day, start again. Don't look at it like, well, I mucked up yesterday. Oh, whatever. I'll take the rest of the week off. That doesn't work.
Or the months, or to next year.
Exactly. We all have those days where we fall off. And I tell you now, hand on heart, happens to me. And I will honestly tell people, guess what? I ate flapjack this day, or I ate this, or I ate that. But it's the average. If you're consistently good most of the time and doing things to make you feel good in yourself and healthy, it doesn't matter if you fall off once in a while. It's fine. That's fine. That is okay.
And from a holistic health coach perspective, your body can handle that. As long as you're nourishing your body 80% of the time, your body can handle a lot of things. It's like shaking off a flu. Just because you had a flu for a week doesn't mean you have to be in bed a whole month. It's just shake it off. Get back to it.
I agree, 100%. Well, look, I think we need to just quickly summarize some things. We need to tell them where we're going to be to find us, when we're going to be uploading, As you can see, guys, we're gonna jump around. This is a conversation. We just want you to join our conversation and listen to us think out loud. Okay?
Yeah.
We are the all being and all knowing by any stretch of the imagination. We're gonna tell you what worked for us, what didn't work for us, and we're just gonna have a chat. We just want you to come and join us. Come and have a chat with us. You know what I mean? That's where I feel. But if I remember rightly, Evelina, we are what? Uploading on a Monday?
Yep. Monday will be the day. So you can start your day with a little bit of funny chats, I would say.
Called on Sunday. So you'll hear us the day later, guys. So Monday morning, we said, didn't we? So every Monday morning, you will find us on our YouTube channel where you can listen to our podcast in your ear, wherever you are, on the bus, on the train, on a bike, in the gym, wherever you are, even if you just want to listen to us while you go to sleep. Just hear my boring, dull, monotone voice.
And my weird Swedish accent.
Evelina's high-pitched Swedish accent. I don't know what that was. Then we are the place to be, okay? So our YouTube channel is 20 into 30 podcast. You'll find us on Instagram, 20 into 30 podcast. You'll find us on Facebook, 20 into 30 podcast. And like I say, you'll find our posts come up on a Monday morning.
Yeah, and if you have any feedback, if you have any questions or anything that you like, just want to reach out and say hi. Just do it. Just find us on these platforms and just say, guys, I've been listening to this, and yeah, if you want to say something mean, please be kind with your mean words. But otherwise, just say hi. Just drop in. Like, join us in our conversation by you sending a question or whatever you like, because we will be listening.
100%. 100%. Now,
let's be friends.
we go. How's everything happening over there with COVID?
Things are getting back to normal. Kind of 80% back to normal. But at the same time, it's still a lot of restrictions down here. So if you haven't followed along in the news, Spain has been one of the worst hit countries. And we were the ones getting locked in the first. No, Italy was first and we were the second. And we were proper locked in. But today you can be out and moving around as long as you have your mask ready, especially in public places, especially indoors like the pharmacy or the supermarket. And if you want to go out and eat, you need to make a reservation and don't touch other people. 2 meters distance.
Yeah, so we are probably about the same. So we're starting to go out more now. We can go to restaurants and bars. It is by bookings. The gyms are opening on the 25th.
Oh, wow. You're counting down, aren't you?
So pumped. Like 14 days, I think. 14 days or so. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, we can go out. It's still keeping the distance. It's like 1 meter plus at a minimum, which is like 1 meter plus a mask.
Yeah.
And yeah, things are starting to open up. Things are starting to be good. The weather, I'm looking out the window right now. The weather is fantastic out there. So today is a good day.
Every day is a good day to have a good day.
Every day is a good day.
Do you know what? I realized we have actually one thing in common. We both love lifting weights. That's one passion we share.
We do share that.
Yeah.
I think we've got more in common than one thing.
Yeah, but that's we have kind of the same approach and everything. Like we're very similar when it comes to that. And this is 2 gym junkies telling you can work out from home. Like COVID showed us this.
Do you know what? The one piece of equipment that I wish I had whilst being at home would be a kettlebell, because you can do so much.
Really? I've been more missing dumbbells, to be honest.
Yeah, I just think you can do so much with some good kettlebells. You know, you cardio, you can do weights, and I think kettlebell would have been my item of choice. I think when things open back up and we can get things normally again, I probably will get some kettlebells for at home.
Go for it. During lockdown, I still had a skipping rope, some resistant bands, and I had one small barbell with like 5 kilos on each. So maybe that's why I'm not missing kettlebells so much. I was more set up.
You got more of a setup than me.
Yeah, I was prepared.
All right then. Well, look,
let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. We will be uploaded on a Monday. When are we uploading? When is this going up?
On Monday morning, around the time when you're heading to work.
8. What did we say? 8 or 9?
Well, depends. I'm an hour ahead of you.
Oh yeah. Okay. It will be in the morning sometime.
Monday morning, around breakfast time.
Around breakfast time. Okay, guys. Well, look, everyone have a great week, and we will speak to you later.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, guys.
Bye.